Okay, note card number 1, note card number 2, and note card number 3. Why do you wake up each day? I know for me, my children are a huge part of my motivation in everything I do. Therefore, their education is extremely important to me. My name is Robin Pollard, and I would like to help you determine what educational option is best for your child and your family. There are 3 important questions in determining this. The first question is, what setting does your child work best in? Do they work well in a group or a large classroom setting? Are they considered a mainstream learner where they can take instruction and kind of move along with the class? Or do they require a little more one-on-one attention? The next question you want to ask is, what specific programs does your child need? Do they require specific classes if they're preparing for college? Do they need tutoring in specific subjects? Are they interested in a particular extracurricular activity, club, or a sport? You also want to ask, you need to find out for your family, do you require before school and after school care, or maybe you need transportation to and from school? The third important question you want to ask is, what environment works best for your child? You want your child to be socially and mentally competent in their environment. Otherwise, it will inhibit their learning and they will not be the best that they have to their capabilities. After you ask those 3 important questions, you want to take a look at your options. There's public school, private school, and homeschooling. With the public schools, they're government funded, which means there's no cost to your family. They are government regulated, which means they offer a variety of classes and extracurricular activities, clubs, and sports. The teachers are required to have a state certification, and the public schools can typically accommodate any type of disability. It depends on the school in that district. And where you live determines what public school your child would attend. So you also need to think about, are you willing to relocate if you're not satisfied with the school in your district? The second option is private schools. Private schools are not government funded, which means there is a tuition cost. They are not government regulated, which means they're limited in the classes that they offer, and it's based on individual schools' missions. The teachers are not required to have a state certification, but they do have an area of expertise with an education beyond high school. The wealthy and famous usually tend to pick a private school for security purposes and when striving for academic excellence. The third option is homeschooling your child, which leaves all of the coordination of academics and extracurricular activities up to the parent. The parent is the teacher, and if the parent is not skilled in a particular area, it's their job to find someone who can come in and help guide their child in that area. Homeschooling allows your child to advance at their own pace, and there's a lot of one-on-one learning. And homeschooling also gives your child an opportunity to focus on extracurricular activities at a higher level. For example, Venus Williams, the famous tennis player, she was homeschooled. And she got her academics out of the way within a couple of hours each day, which left the rest of the day to focus on her tennis skills. And she went on to win the Wimbledon, which is a well-known tennis match. So once you determine what educational option is best for your child, you want to go and visit all of the schools in your area. You want to find out the mission of that school. You want to talk to the teachers. Make sure that the principal, the teachers, and the students have a good attitude about the school. What are their academic standards? Do those schools offer the programs that your child needs? Talk to the other parents. Find out their opinions about the programs at that school. Once you have chosen a school, or once you have chosen an educational option for your child, it is your duty as a parent to follow up and ensure that your individual child's needs are met. You want to know your child's teachers. You want to know your child's friends. You want to discuss school with your children on a daily basis. Find out how they feel about their school, what they think about their school. Are they being academically challenged? Are their individual needs being met? And you want to ask this on a regular basis because their needs could change. For example, there was a young lady I met a few years ago. She had been in a private school all of her life, and she was an excellent student, very smart. It got time to determine what college she wanted to go to, and her private school did not offer the classes that she was required to have to get into the college. So her family had to do a little research, and they found that the local public high school offered the classes that she needed. So she had to transfer from her private school to the public school in her senior year. And she graduated and went on to the college of her choice. So it's our job as parents to follow through and make sure that our individual child's needs are met. After all, it's your child's education, and if you don't follow up, if you leave it up to someone else, your goals, it may not be met in the end. The end result may not be what you want it to be. So I thank you for your time, and I wish you the best in your child's education. Thank you. Rhonda, Derek, Tiffany, and Keith. Thank y'all.